person resign online because of something they say or did. Sometimes people support it, sometimes people think it goes too far. So the question, cancel culture a form of accountability or has it become a form of online punishment? Untuk episode hari ini, kita akan membahas berbagai perspektif mengenai fenomena ini. And joined today by our guest, Rizka Azara. Welcome!
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to discuss this topic because cancel culture affects how people interact online today.
To begin, what exactly is cancel culture?
In simple terms, cancel culture refers to a situation where a person or public figure lose public support because of actions, statements, or behavior considered offensive, harmful, or unacceptable. Usually, social media becomes the space where this happens through comment, posts, criticism, or violence.
Okay, what do you think cancel culture has become so common?
One reason is accessibility. Today, people can instantly share opinions and react publicly. Social media allows individuals to express opinion or disagree very quickly. Another reason is growing awareness about social issues. People want accountability and expect public figures to be responsible for their actions.
So, cancel culture is connected not only to criticism, but also to expectation from society.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about perspective. Some people support cancel culture while others criticize it. What do support usually mean?
Supporters often believe cancel culture creates accountability. In the past, influential individuals could make harmful statements without consequences. Social media now allows communities to respond and demand responsibility. Supporters also argue that cancel culture gives visibility to issues that were previously ignored.
That's an important point. But what concern do criticisms rise?
Critics argue that online reactions can sometimes become excessive. People may judge a situation for understanding context, and individuals may receive harsh criticism without opportunities to explain, learn, or improve. Another concern is that public criticism can affect mental well-being and reputation long after the event.
So the challenge becomes finding the balance between accountability and fairness.
Yes, accountability should not automatically remove the possibility to grow or change.
Okay, do you think cancel culture changed the way people behave online?
Definitely, people are becoming more careful about what they post because digital content spread quickly. At the same time, there is also fear of making mistakes publicly.
What can people do to become more responsible internet users?
I think there are three important habits. First, verify information before reacting. Second, understand context instead of relying only on short clip or screenshot. And last is encourage discussion rather than immediate reaction. Karena kadang-kadang mendengarkan dulu juga penting sebelum melakukan.
Okay. Do you think education and discussion can sometimes be more effective than public punishment?
In many situations, yes. Because consequences may still be necessary, but meaningful change often happen through learning and accountability rather than exclusion.
future reminds us that the cancel culture is more complex than simply supporting or opposing it. It raises important questions about responsibility, fairness, consequence, and the role of social media in shaping public opinion. Before we end, I want to leave our listeners with one question. When someone makes a mistake online, should our goal be punishment or sharing opportunities and completely unroll? Thank you so much, Rizka Azata, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed this conversation.
And thank you to everyone listening and watching. This has been Cancel Culture, Accountability or Online Punishment. See you in our next video.